Alright, I'm using, this is, I used a little bit bigger here. This is size 12, 1190 Daiichi. It's a barbless fly. I usually tie these on 14s. I tried to tie them on 16s, but it's a little small. But this fly, and you might catch some on the screen, but because of my fingers and the type of using duck quills, it's difficult, and it takes a lot of practice. So here it goes. I'm gonna start about a third back, and I'm gonna wrap a fairly flat thread base down. On this one, it doesn't really matter because I'm not going to use it like a peacock curl body or a so. But I'm going to dub this body because I'm just showing you how the wings go actually, and it just fell off here. And I'm going to go a little past the the point, because I'm going to make a small ball here for my tail, so it'll splay out. Okay, I'm going to wrap that, kind of crisp it, so it makes a little ball.
What make it ball?
Put a little bit too much in there.
Bringing up similar flies, but crawfish is
Stuff's really tough. Super fine dubbing. Super tough and super fine.
do that, or
Okay, I'm going to try to smooth that out a little bit.
But it keeps bringing up flies.
And the original recipe calls for
I can type in.
cocked along rooster feathers. And the only thing that these are whiting, and they got spots on them, and they're really neat looking for tails. So I'm going to preen that back and grab about half a dozen. If you hold all the fibers straight out at a 90 degree and rip them, bunch them together, the ends are fairly straight. I'm going to make that about a hook's length. Cut this. Same way, down pressure, down pressure. Okay, now if you might be able to see this, if I put, you see the way the tail's spreading? This from being on that ball of dubbing, and I'm going to separate them a little bit. Okay. Now I want to take my dubbing, take a little bit more this time. You want to kind of make a skinny in the back and a little wider as you go. Now the easy part.
Yeah, right.
You want to try to get, this is a fairly good, this is mallard.
Yeah, match.
If you can get some guys that hunt, and take the first 5 feathers off the bird and then match them up. Save a little bit of money. I think they cost like $3 for
$3 to
two,
$4 a pair, yeah.
no, 2 pair.
2 pair
2 pair
for $3?
$3.
I'll get 'em.
Okay, I'm taking little segments, and again I put them on my leg. Just a habit. And I'll I'll put so they splay out. Put them there, and I'll make sure that they're relatively the same width. And take my bodkin. And these guys are held together with Velcro, believe it or not.
Or what looks like Velcro.
Okay. Got them so they're spread apart. I'm going to grab them in this hand. This is the last time you're going to be able to see these guys. I'm going to put them in there like this, about how you want them. Then I'm going to take my thumb and forefinger, and I'm going to squeeze the living daylights out of it, okay? Till the blood, you can see the blood in your fingernail. Okay, then I'm going to shorten this up. And I'm going to push my bodkin up and around the hook, the eye, up, around the eye, up and back, up around the eye, up and back. Now, at this point, if I wanted to make this fly a parachute, I would throw the whole bodkin around here
On the top.
to make a post. And then you'd have to move your hand and go up a little bit and wrap maybe 4 or 5 wraps around that post. But we're not going to do that. We're gonna just make a no hackle out of this one. So I got it pretty good. Now I'm going to take this wraps around this side. Then I'm going to pray a little bit and let it go. And it's not too bad. You got that little bump. It's a little crooked, but I'll fix that. And then I'm going to cut these ends off. You see what I'm doing with my thread? I'm pushing it away. Because that'll ruin everything if you bust your thread.
Yeah, that's right. That would be terrible.
Okay, now, it's just hanging on there with a few wraps. So I'm going to grab it again and go up almost in the back of the eye and then come back down. I'm going to take my bodkin. If you have any glue or anything on your bodkin, clean it before you do this. And I'm going to go in between the hook shank and the wing and push it out.
Can you do that from the side instead of the top? In other words, because your hand covered up the entire camera.
Oh,
There we go.
I'm going to go in like this, and I'm going to just move it around a little bit, okay? Now that's what that's going to do is it's going to open it up a little bit so I can take my thread and go in that gape right there. Oh, I just messed it up. So, didn't mess up bad, but I'm going to do that again here. Okay, now I got that one, my nearsighted one done. Now I'm gonna go around and down and pull the other one.
You get them spread out, yeah.
And if any of them come off the Velcro and kind of break, just take your bodkin and just, it'll come back. And that came out pretty good, so I'm gonna show you. Might not get it all the way back. See, that broke.
Perfect.
Okay? Now the last thing you want to do, take just a little teeny bit of dubbing. You can, what really neat, I've never seen it done, but I was farting around and I put a peacock herl that was stripped for the body. And the front, I used a peacock herl with a herl on it still.
Oh, wow.
And I made a couple of wraps. I'm gonna just put a little,
Oh, nice.
actually that's a little bit more than what I wanted for a gape right there. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Okay, now I can actually use one of these things. It takes me a little practice sometimes.
Sounds like someone else I know, huh, Club?
And I always go backwards with it.
I just use the end, I use the end of
It's
this.
designed to do.
It's easier to use that end of this.
Gene doesn't know how to use it. Gene knows how to use it.
Hmm?
I